Kingdom Hearts 4, or should I say Kingdom Hearts, looks like we're waiting some more. It's close approaching 2 years since Kingdom Hearts 4 was unveiled back in April of 2022 during the 20th anniversary event held in Japan. Since that initial reveal, things towards KH4 has been... yeah, the information front has been quiet. Like, really quiet. Back when the game was revealed, Nomura did mention that it might be some time before we hear anything more about the game. I don't really think anyone was expecting almost 2 years later, and basically nothing else has come out about it. However, we do have a pretty good feeling that 2024 is hopefully going to provide us with the next update, considering for one it has been a while, and over the past couple of years, Square Enix's focus has been on both Final Fantasy XVI and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. 16 has been and gone, and 7 Rebirth is due to release in a month. That means for Square Enix's major IP pipeline, Kingdom Hearts 4 will be their next major focus. Because hopefully we should be hearing more about the game soon, I thought I would compile a video that has all of the information that you need to know about Kingdom Hearts 4. You might think that there's actually not much to know about the game right now, considering there's only one trailer. However, there were a few interviews that Nomura was involved in talking about the game, going over quite a bit of information. I want this video to act as a refresher before we start getting into the thick season of hopefully more new stuff. So let's jump straight into it. The game's footage within the first trailer was running on Unreal Engine 4. Nomura has confirmed, however, that the final product will end up running on Unreal Engine 5, and that the next trailer we receive will be footage of the game running on the updated engine. The fourth option at the bottom of the command menu reads "Build" in Japanese. Nomura has elaborated that build is going to be a brand new mechanic for the game, describing it as destruction and reconfiguration. Scrap and build is the actual name of this mechanic. Though we don't have any information on this, we can take from the description that it's got something to do with maybe absorbing attacks and reusing them. Possibly very similar to some of the attacks we see Yuzora pulling off, whether it be in his actual moveset, a part of the secret boss fight, or during the Verum Rex cutscene. It's possible too that we've already seen this scrap and build mechanic in action. There's one scene within the trailer where we see Sora perform a special looking drill-based attack, which looks insanely powerful and is unlike anything we've seen before. Kingdom Hearts 2's famous reaction command system is going to be making a return. Nomura was originally under the impression that people didn't actually enjoy the reaction commands found in KH2, hence why we didn't end up seeing them in Kingdom Hearts 3. Nomura was surprised to find that a lot of people were disappointed to not see the system return for KH3, so this time around the team is looking at actually putting these back in. In fact, during the trailer we actually see a scene of a button prompt appear. Nomura has described this as being very similar to that of the reaction command system. And hell yes, dude, I have missed this system a lot. It's one of the coolest things in KH2. It makes for some incredibly cinematic moments, and is a way to have very unique attacks for set certain situations or specific enemies. You might be curious about the EX gauge that's in the trailer too. It has been said that this is something that will change eventually. Whenever you see an EX gauge in a Kingdom Hearts trailer, this is simply just placeholder. Like we saw within the original Kingdom Hearts 3 reveal trailer, there was also an EX gauge, which later on became the focus gauge. There's a good chance that this gauge might be attached to that of the scrap and build system, the resource gauge for that combat mechanic. Nomura has described the apartment that Sora wakes up in within the trailer as being a base of operations, and that the player will end up going to and from Quadratum, going out into the worlds, exploring them, and then returning to this apartment room. He's also said that you'll see more of a day-to-day, normal, real-life routine going on with Sora, doing various different things in the apartment. From the way that he's described this, it almost seems as if there might be some kind of social system in similar fashion to what we see in games like Persona. I'm hoping that you may actually have the option to be able to customize the apartment and do various different mini games from the apartment itself, like having a video game console that Sora can play a range of different mini games on. Nomura was asked in an interview if the Shibuya that we see within KH4 is the same Shibuya that appears in The World Ends With You. Nomura has confirmed that this is absolutely not Toei's version of Shibuya, rather its own thing. However, within this response, he didn't outright deny the fact that TWEWY characters will not be in KH4. This is something that a lot of people want to see, considering in Dream Drop Distance, Sora did make a promise to Neku and the gang that they would see each other once again, and considering that Kingdom Hearts 4 literally takes place in what is basically the same location that TWEWY takes place in, it would only make sense for Neku and the gang to appear. So this right here is not out of the question. And speaking of other Square Enix characters appearing, Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts is always a popular topic. Obviously, a lot of us were disappointed to find that Final Fantasy characters weren't that prominent in Kingdom Hearts 3. A little bit of a strange thing, considering that they very much were prominent in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. When Nomura was asked about Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts 4, he mentions that Final Fantasy was originally implemented into Kingdom Hearts 1 as a means to have familiar characters to better help introduce the new characters presented in Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts now, however, is in a position where there are a numerous amount of original characters, and that for Kingdom Hearts 3, because of the sheer volume of original characters and stories, the team found it hard to incorporate Final Fantasy characters into the game. This obviously created the topic of, does Kingdom Hearts really need Final Fantasy characters with where the franchise is now at, being so popular that it doesn't necessarily need to rely on the likes of Final Fantasy to help bolster its audience. One way or another though, a lot of people were disappointed that there wasn't much Final Fantasy in KH3, and Nomura took note of this. He mentions that for Kingdom Hearts 4, the team are trying to find a good balance of Final Fantasy characters within the game. He doesn't exactly know what that balance will look like, but because the team are aware of the disappointment towards Kingdom Hearts 3's lack of Final Fantasy, there is a good chance that we will hopefully get maybe a couple of characters appear. I know a lot of us are holding out for the continued story of both Cloud and Sephiroth, and for that Sephi boss fight. This is an obvious one, but Nomura has confirmed that there are going to be Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts 4. Yeah, again, obvious, this is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts has Disney worlds, that's like the DNA of the game. However though, a few people were a little bit confused, or more so concerned, about how the world system is actually going to work in Kingdom Hearts 4. Just considering that with where the story is currently positioned, with Sora being in a totally new reality, known as Unreality, does that mean that this reality, this new universe that Sora's in, actually has Disney worlds existing within it? Now it's very likely that we've already seen the first Disney world for Kingdom Hearts 4 within the actual trailer. During the forest scenes that we see at the beginning of the trailer, we believe that this could possibly be Endor. The only reason why is because in one frame it looks like an ATST foot standing. We've also done a lot of comparisons of Endor seen within games like Star Wars Battlefront 2 to that of the forest that we see here in Kingdom Hearts 4, and there are quite a few things that do align up. This is not confirmed as of right now, but it does look like Star Wars could potentially be in KH4. Also keeping in mind that since Disney's acquisition of Star Wars back in 2012, Nomura has long wanted Star Wars to be incorporated into Kingdom Hearts, and honestly I think that Star Wars would fit right in with the themes that Kingdom Hearts presents. I think they are sort of, in a way, a match made in heaven. We still don't really know how the Disney worlds though are going to work in Kingdom Hearts 4, whether or not they're going to be using Pixar and Walt Disney Animation Studio IPs, or perhaps because it is Unreality, a totally different universe, will Square Enix rather be using Disney's outer properties like Star Wars or Marvel? Personally speaking, I really hope that it's a bit of a mix. Star Wars I think at this point is an absolute must, but I really want them to maintain the Walt Disney Pixar animation worlds. The character that's narrating the beginning of the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer is Sigard. Sigard is a character that was introduced at the end of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. When Brain travels into the future, he is greeted by this character. There's a good chance too that Sigard is going to be playing a massive role in Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. This will be the game where we learn more about him. He's a character that is currently shrouded in mystery, but because he is the narrator at the beginning of the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, no doubt he will be incorporated into Kingdom Hearts 4's story in some shape or form, so missing link is going to be vital to learn more about him. For people that haven't been keeping up with the Kingdom Hearts story, the new female character that we see in the trailer isn't actually a new character. She was introduced during the story of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, the mobile Kingdom Hearts game that has since been discontinued. Strelitzia was unfortunately, murdered during the story of Union Cross by none other than Ventus. Though, do keep in mind context is important here, Ventus was possessed by the darkness when this happened. Strelitzia describes Quadratum as being an afterworld of sorts, meaning somehow, by some means, characters that die in Sora and Strelitzia's universe, that Disney-esque universe, somehow then make it to that of Quadratum, unreality. I'm sure there's probably a deeper meaning to that. There's probably a reason why such important characters end up in this unreality, but because she died back during the timeline of Union Cross, this probably explains why she's here. However, how long she's been here for is unknown. At the end of the trailer, we see a scene of Donald and Goofy walking in the darkness, only to then be confronted by Hades from Hercules. Nomura's confirmed that Donald and Goofy's quest during this time is to find clues as to Sora's whereabouts. It's likely here that Donald and Goofy are actually seeking help from Hades, an interesting turn of events, as of course Hades has a lot to do with death, which unfortunately happened to Sora, hence why he finds himself in unreality. We also know through Kingdom Hearts Dark Road that the underworld can actually be used to talk to dead people. So they could even be in the underworld looking for Hades as a means to actually communicate with Sora. Nomura's confirmed the actual location of the apartment that Sora's seen in the trailer. It's located in Minami, Aoyama, which is just outside of Shibuya. Now, we know that a lot of the trailer is actually taking place in the heart of Shibuya, near the Shibuya Crossing, Shibuya Hikari, and the suburb of Minami, Aoyama is actually quite some distance from Shibuya. Now, we have no idea if Kingdom Hearts 4 might be aiming for more of an open world setup for its worlds. Kingdom Hearts 3 introduced the biggest, most expansive versions of worlds that we've seen to date, but by no means were they open world, just a lot larger than previous. It's important to note here that in the official Kingdom Hearts 4 information, Quadratum is described as being an expansive city. Now, of course, at the same time too, this is just a simple descriptive term to describe something as being very vast and large. However, Tokyo is a massive place, and this could be a great opportunity for Square Enix to actually attempt more of an open world template for a Kingdom Hearts game. Personally, what I would like to see is the segmented, more linear style of worlds for the Disney worlds or other worlds that aren't Quadratum, and for Quadratum, have it been more of an open world format. Nomura's confirmed that the outfit that Sora is seen wearing in the trailer is not finalized. He does mention that the overall basis of the outfit, the silhouette in itself, is pretty much confirmed. However, things like finer details are yet to be developed. So it's very likely the next time we see Sora, his outfit might appear a little bit different. The parkour system seen in the gameplay portion of the trailer appears to be a lot more involved compared to the parkour that we see in 0.2 and in Kingdom Hearts 3. This was the first time parkour was introduced as an actual mechanic in the game, though it's nothing crazy. There's only like a few specific moments within the level design that actually force parkour. Obviously, we have things like the free running up walls and across walls. That is obviously here to stay for Kingdom Hearts 4, but just the general parkour looks a lot more involved. And another interesting takeaway here is during that same segment after Sora pulls off the parkour, we can see him using a Keychain Grapple. Like he's literally using the Keyblade's keychain as a grapple hook. This will no doubt be another new mechanic for the game, in both the sense of traversal, as we see Sora using it to fling from one car to another, but possibly even the combat system, being able to keychain grapple enemies maybe towards you, maybe like Devil May Cry with what Nero does, as well as grappling towards enemies. The Kingdom Hearts logo has been changed for Kingdom Hearts 4. It's totally different compared to any of the other logos we've seen in the past. This is to mark the beginning of a brand new saga, the Lost Master Saga. This means for any of the subsequent games to release within this saga after Kingdom Hearts 4, it will also follow the same logo design. The Fortellers are the new opposing force, just like Organization 13, for this next saga of Kingdom Hearts. The Fortellers are ancient Keyblade wielders from the time era of Kingdom Hearts Key. At the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, we see that Sigard, an original Organization 13 member, revealed himself to be Lushu. Lushu being one of the Fortellers who has been body jumping to stay alive for hundreds of years, only to then reincarnate his fellow Fortellers. Although the Fortellers have been a known entity for quite some time now, we still don't really know much about these guys. So Kingdom Hearts 4 and all of the Kingdom Hearts games within the Lost Master Saga will provide us more information on each of these characters, including the Master of Masters, who is going to be the head honcho. Nomura has confirmed though that the Fortellers don't all share the exact same intentions, so there's a good chance that maybe one or two of them might even end up teaming up with us. An additional little tidbit and some food for thought is that Nomura created a really cool looking piece of artwork of young Xehanort holding an umbrella, wearing semi-what modern looking clothing to commemorate that of the finale of Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, a Kingdom Hearts game that revolves around Xehanort's story in his younger years. The interesting takeaway from this artwork though is the structure that's behind Xehanort, because it is the structure that can be found in Miyashita Park, which is a park located in none other than Shibuya. I know by this point most people are sick of Xehanort. Personally, I am not. If we get more screen time of this guy, but in a good guy sense of things, literally helping out Sora now, that would be fantastic. I know this theory kind of seems crazy because every Kingdom Hearts game to this date has been to do with Xehanort. He's defeated, let's move on. However, more evidence to point towards this actually being a real thing is in the finale of Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. There is a conversation between Xehanort and Ericus, with Xehanort mentioning that he doesn't want just 13 vessels, but in fact actually 14, a 14th vessel to explore the new world. Could this new world that Xehanort was referring to be Quadratum? Keeping in mind though, it's more likely that Xehanort is referring to the universe that they are currently in regards to mentioning new world. It's going to require 13 lifetimes in order to, of course, summon forth Kingdom Hearts and to restore and reset balance. The new world he's referring to could more so be referring to if Xehanort had succeeded at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 summoning Kingdom Hearts to then basically reset everything so everything lives in perfect equilibrium. Still though, Nomura certainly loves to leave a breadcrumb trail as well as tease things in a specific kind of way. It really wouldn't surprise me if this artwork actually points towards Xehanort potentially reappearing again for this next saga. What if we find a different version, a 14th version of Xehanort wandering around the streets of Quadratum? However guys, that is all you need to know about Kingdom Hearts 4 currently, all of the juicy, important stuff to keep in mind. Hopefully this has acted as a good refresher. I want to thank my Patreons as per usual. You guys are incredible, so thank you so much. Be sure to check out my other social media platforms as well as the second channel. Subscribe here to TGJ to keep up with all the latest. With that being said, I'm Cynical, hopefully on a fantastic one, and we'll talk real soon. Peace.